God, that music is good. I mean, welcome back everyone to the next installment of Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. We have, believe it or not, a mystery corpse on our hands. They want us to think it's Kyoko because really, who the hell else could it be? But I don't know. There's the chance
who the hell else could it be?
There's the chance it could be her. There's the chance it could be the 18th Despair student.
16th.
Oh, 18th, yeah, 16th. Honestly, I really think it's neither of those two. I think it's just some person, like a henchman or something. I guess we'll see. I doubt it's Kyoko because it's like there's so much unresolved stuff with her. In the meantime, we gotta investigate.
There's a lot of unresolved stuff with other students too that have died.
But not like so forcibly set up. Yeah.
Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, you know, before it blew up?
If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid it getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it. And come to think of it, those shoes look distinctive.
Well, they are Kyoko's shoes.
Yeah.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked.
Thanks. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better, too. So, thank you, too. Alright.
So, your clue was her asking you to explain something.
Pretty good. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Thanks for the clue, Toko. To be fair, what was she gonna do? Well, I'll do Byakuya first.
Well, she turned into Genocide
Yeah, Genocide
Joe,
Jack,
so...
we don't need that.
It's 11 o'clock right now.
Okay, and...
You're serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body.
When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right, it had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Ah, now that you mention it, I think you're right.
Clue number 2 was me.
I think it's funny because the people who are left, they have to...
the ditzes.
They're not going to tell you a clue, so they had to help you remember a clue.
Yeah, and Toko was out, so it's like, great. Byakuya's the best bet we have.
It's you and Byakuya right now. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done.
Sure, thanks. That's a pretty small job. Alright. Oh, I like that picture. Alright, my main man over here. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. Oh, that's it. Alright. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after
Isn't it called a lullaby?
No. I'd love to hear where you were after night's time began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now, and what's nighttime got to do with it? Isn't it obvious this murder took place after nighttime? But how can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro has been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words...
So, the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. I mean, on one hand, this is a video game, so I bet you that's a good clue, but on the other hand, why should I believe you? Maybe you did it, you know? Like,
there is another clue that you'll find out that you probably aren't
confirms
thinking of. Because I didn't think about it either when I was playing, but it'll probably come up if you didn't think about it already.
However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. This is tough. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
Think about what I was like with that last Sakura.
I know, it was
Sakura,
brutal.
Monokuma.
That was such a pain in the ass. But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I mean, I was in the first case, too. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, bad. Alright, let's take a look at the knife, I don't even know what this is. But just the whole body. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. Oh, now you got me thinking. Oh, man.
I don't remember what it was.
But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Oh my god, what are you?
Oh, I think I remember what it was from.
Oh. Alright, then the knife, of course. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this perfectly clean? I find that highly suspicious. It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. 2 feet away. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back, and again, squeaky clean. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really clean, I mean familiar. Wait, is this? Yeah, the knife in my drawer.
Mm-hmm.
That's it! It's the knife that person was holding! This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Wait a minute, that's the person who was in my room! Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because... Hey, it was that person who was in my room! When they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No. No, it can't be. There's no way. I'm the protagonist.
Maybe the protagonist. There have been games when the protagonist shifts after a key.
No, that is true. You ever play? This is the most obscure question I'll ever ask you. You ever play Cyberlip for the Neo Geo?
No.
Because turns out you're the villain. Oh.
Oh, it's kind of like
you beat the bat. You beat
Chrono
the final...
Cross is kind of like that too.
Yeah, they play a little bit with that.
I mean,
Soundhell
Surge.
too.
I mean, technically you play as Surge the whole game, or however you want to pronounce his name.
Surge. Yeah.
But you're in Lynx's body.
Yeah,
like,
that was
or,
awesome.
like, part of the game. So.
But yeah, with Cyberlip, you beat the final boss, and this guy's like, "Congratulations, you took out the big computer system. Now we can conquer Earth." And his eyes glow red, and you're like, "What?" Like credits. It's amazing. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Oh boy. Well, Kyoko didn't have painted fingernails, did she?
She wore gloves the whole time.
Oh, that's right! Oh. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Well, there's no tattered gloves at all, there's just no gloves. Mm-hmm. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. And about the hand, are we not worrying about the hand itself, the back of the hand? There's also something on the back of her right hand, thank you. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something?
A diamond dog.
Oh! I've never seen anything like it before. Crazy Diamond, Diamond Dog, it all is coming together.
No, Diamond Dog, D-Dog is from the Metal Gear Solid 5.
I know,
okay.
Crazy Diamond is from this and JoJo.
Yeah.
Tattoo, well, Diamond Dog is technically a David Bowie album, I think. Tattoo on the right hand, yay. The body? The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burned up. There's only one little piece left. Alright. Shoes. Really? Lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so it dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that. Right. Ooh, curiouser and curious. You know what? There we go.
This is the burnt part.
Yeah, burnt part. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire, and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half, is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't. Right? Oh man, that's vicious looking. Exploded body analysis. Step away from the dead body. Alright, what am I missing? Oh wait, what's this? What is this? Nothing? Oh, fragments. Alright. So I gotta look at the fragments later. So I guess I could check the stuff around, but otherwise it's incidental. There were some chickens in the chicken coop. I count 4 chickens. There were 5 before, right? Yeah. There.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I was going the other way from the Star Trek episode I've never seen in my life. There are 4 chickens. Yeah. Huh? 4?
I'm thinking of the count.
Yeah.
What's going on, Makoto?
Oh, I'm glad you're here. You know how to count. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here?
Of course. There were precisely 5.
Yeah, right?
What's wrong?
Well, if you flash back, you recall that there are only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short.
Huh?
That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Even a single piece disappears. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished.
I did my best to ignore it, Hero, and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of these chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Just chicken. Like, look at that thing. Alright, let's check the man-eating plant, which is probably used
The
for
chicken was the
evidence.
bomb all along.
Oh, the Monokuma flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, no time for alliteration. I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. Even though it's great disposal of evidence, but alright. So there's... yeah, just the camera, which I don't need, and the cabin. Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. Take a look if we ever get that pickaxe. Room is dusty and disorganized, a stereotypical tool shed. Oh, is this a... it's a tarp!
It's a tarp.
Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. Nah, let's go look at the pickaxe. There's something carved into the handle of the pickaxe. Crazy diamond. Same thing was written on the back of Mondo's coat. Could get the Mondo somehow. Intriguing, not time to worry about. Alright, let's look at the stupid tarp. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside, it's totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Okay. There's one thing, that's the one thing in here that concerns me, so there's my hint to leave.
You're no longer wanted here.
Yeah, I guess I can leave. I guess I can't leave.
To the, right.
Oh, there's 2 things to the right. Oh, there's this thing. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers, and they always go off at 9, right? Oh no, it wasn't 9. It was 7:30. Yeah, it was a different time. 7:30. And the Monokumas at the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet, which would mean the murder must have taken place. The sprinklers are added to the truth bullets. It all makes sense. Now I can live. I think I've checked everything I need, but I'm not done yet. Other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment. Oh my god, what is that? Somewhere I need to go to confirm my suspicions and find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true... oh my god. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I could find out more about her, maybe they could answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I could get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room is on Byakuya.
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What? Limit my options?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow a room key.
Please?
Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'll be happy to hear it. Later, at the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect, after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, in the meantime I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. I have no idea what this area is.
I'm trying to remember to make it easier.
Yeah.
But
Alright, so what do we have to deal with? That's the garden.
try the...
Oh, this is the Sakura area? I don't think anything was here.
Yeah, no. Try the one in the top left.
The lab?
Yeah, it might not be this floor though.
Yeah, that's really bugging me. Oh! No, these aren't, like, nailed onto anything. They're just red. Laying this down on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
Alright, that's what I thought it was.
You know?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
the bomb itself.
I just found something. What is it?
Someone took Monokuma's bomb, activated it, and put it here. It's
Huh?
It's what?
a bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
A bomb? A
that-
ghost?
Exactly. And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden... Okay. I've checked everything else I could think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Good thing I have instant teleportation.
Makoto doesn't have instant teleportation.
Clearly, did you
You
not
as
just
a
see?
player
No, you
has
you
instant
saw it.
teleportation.
I can activate loading screens whenever I like. You think you could go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Yeah, wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. So exciting. Oh, I have to actually... Oops, I have to actually go there myself.
She's first on the right.
Yeah, right here. Oh, and there he is. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... And it's open. Looks like it. Thanks.
And Kyoko was in there all along.
Yeah, she's just like, hey guys, did I miss anything?
She locked herself in. He locked her in the room. I like how like plain it is.
Yeah, it really is pretty austere. So, this is Kyoko's room. Yeah, there's like nothing noteworthy
It's
about
just
it
the
except for that
notebook.
notebook on the desk.
Yep.
I can't even check the desk drawers. I can check the bed.
It smells like Kyoko.
Oh, that again. Here's her bed. Don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. Otherwise, it's highly interesting. There's something on the table.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a woodblock decoration. So is that 6 or 9?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. That would make sense if it's the theme.
The doyo?
Yeah, the dojo. La Dojo, or El Dojo. The dojo. Alright. Well, let's teleport.
5th floor.
Yep.
Oh, I guess you can't teleport. Teleport to the 4th floor and then walk up the
Dick
stairs.
move, man. Alright.
Unless you can't. Oh, you have to go.
Oh, yeah,
it
it just wants me to leave the room. It'll
Yeah.
probably take me out.
Such ignorance.
Hey, I think it would be wise
Oh.
to look around a bit more. Alright, game. Jeez, relax.
Check the bathroom.
Here's the bathroom. Should have certain articles hanging out to dry. I better not look inside. God forbid there's any evidence in there. I hate stuff like
Such
that.
ignorance.
I still have to look around. The monitor? Doesn't seem like it would be anything. One of the monitors... It just seems like it's useless when Monokuma's on it. Actually, no, it's totally useless no matter what. Take that, Monokuma. No matter when, no matter where. Surveillance cameras following every move. Again. Yeah, I guess so.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular, I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here. Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete.
Oh, that's a clue.
I know. Yeah.
Concrete.
There it is. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me.
So if this is closure for Kyoko, then maybe she is dead after all. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it! What's in the envelope? Well, Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something certainly has happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside.
Music stops.
Inside was a single sheet of paper. Under the sheets!
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets.
What could it possibly
where have
mean?
I seen sheets before? Sheets in every dorm room. This could take forever. But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Honestly, it looks pretty tight. Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumbled up piece of paper. It's like a scavenger hunt, like in the notebook. Oh. Class 78 student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba, sex female, so it's the despair
No, sex
student.
F.
She fails. Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key.
God, you're so annoying! Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and a beep. That's it!
This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. It's all in Japanese. I can't do this. The ultimate soldier. Oh, God. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. What? Shut up.
They're all ultimates, come on. They're different than most normal humans.
Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined the mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years.
That's the dog.
Yeah, that was the wolf that was so badass they had to bury it something hilarious. It was like a mile or 2 miles underground or whatever. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Wow. Ultimate Soldier and Ultimate Despair? That's terrifying. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then...
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. That's a terrifying thing coming out of his mouth.
I wonder if they come up again in the...
What, like 1.5?
In the midquel,
That'd be amazing. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Oh, and are we gonna let's play the new anime?
Yeah!
to finish the story.
Good idea.
Whoa! I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and I found a bit player is becoming our hero!
Ah, it's you.
What have you got there? What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh. You found her profile?
So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there?
Man, this guy's by the book.
But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know.
That is a dick
Omnivorous.
move.
Omnivorous.
Yeah, that is a dick move, man.
And isn't it omnivore eating
Plants and animals, yeah, you can do both.
Plants and animals, yes.
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours.
Of course I am! A proper school life is built on a dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself.
Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely! I can't have you complaining about how unfair it is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting? Ooh.
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually
Oh,
one of the participants in this killing game.
that's unbelievable. That makes me wonder, because it realistically could be anyone, and Byakuya did ask the question, so it does take a bit of suspicion off of him, but he's the one who was complaining about unfairness in, oh, when was it? It was when he quit the game, I believe, because he said, like...
Oh yeah, if these rules aren't fair, like, I'm not gonna play.
Yeah, it was something like that. Or it was something where he was really indignant about the way a case went down or something. He's like, well, that sucks because that's unfair. Like, oh, no, it was when he was mad about there being a spy among us because that's unfair.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there were, did I?
Oh, so maybe it's some... Okay.
But also, he's just... Monokuma's a dick.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I was thinking, I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hallway, back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all.
A misunderstanding? Are you saying...
in other words,
That's right! There weren't actually 15 of you.
yes indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16!
16? Then... Oh my god.
Kusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Kusaba. She's part of this school life. She's so secret they don't even give her a dorm room. So the one making all the regulations is... Well, he didn't say that, but it is heavily implied, to be fair. Why?
Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes indeed.
Makes sense.
Well now,
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
What a dick. Revenge?
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you.
Seriously?
hey,
Oh,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out, all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but... She wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
well that implies the body is not hers then. Unless the scars are on her palms. but I think her left hand would have been up, so, you know, I think we might be good. What?
Okay, now that's all you get.
Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand was a... Yeah, it was just a tattoo. I don't see anything else. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? Please don't be a dick, and it's like tattoos technically scarification or whatever. That'd be a dick move, man. And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars. He is, but like, he also said scars, and that's one.
Yeah.
Which means...
Well, technically it's a lot of little scars.
There's fake nails on the corpse? Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? Wow, this has got to be the first time the game's ever been, hey dumbass, we literally just told you. He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Makuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Makuro was the one creating the rules of the game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Makuro was connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Makuro was related to the case?
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she kills someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Makuro was the killer? She killed Kyoko. Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. I was just trolling you when I asked you about alibis.
What?
But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Makuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Makuro the Ultimate Despair was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words...
Makuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense than to assume that Makuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Makuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Makuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. Really? I should find out if that... Yeah. Oh yeah, right. The key and the dojo really are connected. Well, are you coming? Oh, thank you.
Other side.
Okay. Oh, okay. The lockers. And it's number 6, sure enough. There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment.
And has the same number on it.
You understand what that means, right? I probably should use the key we found on the only locker without a key, with the key that goes to the lockers.
I really enjoy this game.
The condescension is real, man.
But I think they give too much information at times, and they don't allow the player to actually try to figure stuff out. Like, they should have had all those lockers without any keys in.
Yeah.
So, which key? Which
maybe
one
number
is it?
6 goes to number 6,
yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Well, just try it. Okay. Again, I made this joke before, but like most average, more like most dumbass.
The trials are more like a logic game, but I wish the story was also... They
really hold you by the hands.
Yeah. I'm wondering how annoying this game would be if there was a possibility you couldn't get all of the clues.
Yeah, that would be pretty frustrating, honestly. Yeah. I'm okay with it saying there's more to investigate, but at least let me do it. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal slot, and the locker eagerly accepted the key, and it opens.
And they describe a lot more than they need to, also.
There are arrows here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Is that pink on the bottom? Of course, but without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain? If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape's related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? I don't know, taping up a wound? I think it's all the locker has to offer now. That's it, right? Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case, but how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Okay, so the secret area in the back of the library. Fenrir, you mean the mercenary group McCurr was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research? Are you talking about the archive? There we go. That's right. The archive has all kinds of info the general public doesn't have access to. We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Boom. Genocide Jack, Fenrir. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf on the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with the file in hand.
Well, this is like the only place he's been most of the game.
I know.
I see.
Take a look at this. Just take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever, I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, again with a Norse, their mere presence is enough to strike fear to any enemy.
They're saying Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, because Fenrir himself is the wolf. He was Loki's wolf.
That's true.
Loki's kid.
And in case you weren't...
You know that?
I knew Loki had all sorts of bestial relations. I didn't know that was it. Also, for the record, Ragnarok is basically Norse apocalypse, with the final fight between the giants and the gods. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group and they simply imploded. So could that have been the fatalities in the one classroom? Like this was their base of operations, maybe?
Could be.
What?
Alright. What is it? This all sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Well, now that you mention it, the report said something about when the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right, it said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, wouldn't you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo, oh my god, representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. That's the thing that kind of bugs me about amnesia plots. You know they're the key figure in the story because otherwise it would be pointless. So Kyoko might be the mastermind. It just pisses me off. Like, I mean, we'll see if that's the case or not. But it just pisses me off when it's like, I can't remember what happened. Gee, I wonder if I'm the one who did it. Like every amnesia plot ever. And we did notice that the tattoo was a dog-like thing on the hand. At the same time, though, that is not necessarily Kyoko's body. So perhaps...
This is another thing that I wish that they didn't give you this information.
Yeah.
Like, have the user kind of realize that tattoo, which they said is a dog. Oh wait, let the user make these connections.
I know.
Don't force
I know.
feed them all this information.
What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean? So that might have been Makuro's body. Well, we'll find out. And now it's time for the trial, isn't it?
Time is utterly silent.
Oh.
And yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial.
Jeez.
So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come. All we could do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Oof. Alright. Getting ready for trial time. For now, we shall stop the installment.